Hey guys, Mr. Dixon, the go-to guy for all things real estate. Southern California, DRE number 01251802. Today's podcast is Friday. We're on the West Coast, coming live from the West Coast to the best coast. Today's podcast, we're going to have a Friday Q&A, real estate Q&A. I get a lot of questions. You got questions. I got answers. We're supposed to be going live at 5:20. That's about 4 minutes. We're going to give people time to tune in, tap in, check this out. We'll go through the questions. It's going to be real informative. We're going to do maybe 5 to 10 questions, and you're going to get some news you can use. So hang tight. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Listen to the mellow tunes of the Menahan Street Band, L. Michel's Street Band, instrumentals and things, right? See you in 2 and 2, like they do on TV shows. All right, guys, Mr. Dixon, the go-to guy for all things real estate. I'm coming back at you. We're going to get it started right now. We'll get it started. This is our Friday Q&A. Like I say, you got questions, I got answers. I get a lot of questions emailed to me and DM at Gregory Dixon Official on Instagram. And my email address is gregorydixon@alphaelitecapital.com. If you have any questions, you need further explanation, DM me, email me, or you can call the office Monday through Friday, anytime from 9 to 6, or on Saturday from 8 to 11. 323-402-0700. Let's get into it, guys, okay? Like I say, you got questions, I got answers. I'm going to do some buyer questions first. This is one question that was asked. I've got this email about several times from different people, and it says they want to know about the first time home buyers program. What's the first time home buyers program? How does it work? And what are the requirements? Okay. First time home. Oh, and how can I find out about it? All right. Listen, I'm in Southern California, Los Angeles to be more specific, but there is a first time home buyers program in every state, in every city in the United States of America. From where I am to where you are, all you have to do is go on the FHA website, www.fha.gov. You go in there, it's going to be a lot of topics that's going to come up on the screen. First time home buyer will be one of them. Her first time home buyer plans will be one of them, because the first time home buyers plan is going to be with an FHA mortgage. So you guys just go on there and it will definitely tell you whatever state you're in that you have first time home buyers program. And there's a difference though. Now, the first time home buyers program, when you go through that, you're going to have to take a class. You got to get a certificate. It's a one-day class. It's nothing hard, nothing strenuous, or nothing like that. But it's very informative, very educational, and you need to take that class. Any lender that's doing the first time home buyers program, they're going to want that certificate. They have to have that certificate. So you're going to have to take that one-day class, maybe 8 hours. But you need to take it. It's a great thing. It's a great. I've taken it just to see what buyers are being told and being shown, being asked, being educated on, just to sit in on it. And I think most places it's about, I don't want to quote anybody's price. I know in Los Angeles, I think the class is $50 or something like that. But you have to have that certificate in order to do the first time home buyers program. Now, in many different cities all across the United States, they have another thing that's called down payment assistance programs. They're similar, they're the same, but not the same. The difference is the first time home buyers program is a person this their first time buying a home, or, which is another question, can I buy a home with the first time home buyers program if I bought a home before? I know one of the strict restrictions in California is you can't purchase a home within the last 3 years. So if you haven't bought a home in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you can use the first time home buyers program. Many lenders, banks, credit unions, especially your major banks and your credit unions, have down payment assistance program. The city or the state in which you live in may have a down payment assistance program where they're trying to get people into buying homes. So they have these programs. And guys, if you qualify, use these programs because other people are using them. It's free money. Some of them, they all come with rules and restrictions and guidelines. I won't say rules and restrictions, I'll say guidelines. Every program is going to have a guideline. Follow the guideline. If you're buying a home for the first time, and this is the home for you and your family, you're going to live there at least 10 years. You may not ever leave. This may be where you start at. This is going to be your starter home, your family home, right? Some of these down payment assistance program, they have what's called silent seconds, where they give you all this money, then they put a lien on your house for a certain amount of years for that amount of money. If you sell the house before, so let's say 10 years, then you would have to pay that amount of money off that they loaned you, that they gave you. But if you don't sell the house in the first 10 years, then when you pay it after the 10th year, the loan is forgiven. Like I say, different loans have different guidelines. Just go through it. Just go through it. You can go online. Everything is online. Like I say, FHA.gov. You can just Google whatever city you're in. Let's say you're in what's the city? Let's say you're in Detroit, Michigan. You go online and Google first time home buyers program, Detroit, Michigan. Down payment assistance program, Detroit, Michigan. And you just substitute your city and state, and you just do that. Go on Google. It's there. All the information is there. The programs are there. A lot of times people don't know that there is money out there and there is programs out there. And then it's like a word of mouth thing. And the people that do know, they go exhaust all the resources. And you can use these resources. Why wouldn't you use them? They want to give you $20,000 or $30,000. Let's say they want to give you $10,000. All you got to do is have your down payment for your home. That money could be your closing costs. Then all you got to do is come up with your down payment. FHA down payment is going to be 3.5%. That's one of the questions of how much do I need for down payment to buy a home? Okay, it's different prices, guys. The lowest you can buy a home for FHA, 3.5% standard, unless it's a special program or something. Standard FHA, 3.5%. Credit as low as 580. 640 is where you want to be on FHA. The FHA also has a down payment, 10% down payment program. But you really want that 3.5% FHA. Conventional home loans, they can have, I've seen 5%, 10%, 20% on conventional, right? The thing about conventional is, and the difference in conventional and FHA, you won't have mortgage insurance. On FHA, you're going to have mortgage insurance. It's going to be an extra fee added into your monthly payment. Conventional, there's no mortgage insurance. There's no MIP, right? Now, okay, let me get into another question. If I bought a home with an FHA loan, can I buy another home with an FHA loan? Yes, but here's how that works. You got to free up that first loan. So what you would do, let's say you bought this house 5 years ago, you got FHA loan on it. You refinance that loan into a conventional loan, the FHA loan into a conventional loan, get rid of the mortgage insurance, the MIP, which will knock some hundreds off of your monthly payment, right? Go conventional. Now you freed up to use FHA again. You can do it, just not at the same time. So you could buy one house FHA, keep it for a couple years. Let's say your equity in your home improves. You go back and refinance it out of the FHA into a conventional loan. Now you freed up. You can go back. Let's say your first purchase was a home. Now you want to go back and buy some units, maybe duplex, triplex, 4 units. You do that FHA, right? Get more bang for your buck, and it is the cheapest way to get into an investment property. 2 to 4 units is FHA. So yes, you can do it, but it's the way it has to be done. That was a good question too. Let me see how much I need for down payment. We went over that. Okay, here's a good question that I get all the time, guys. What should I buy first? Should I buy a single family residence or should I buy units? Okay, this is different for everybody. There is no, my answer is always this when it comes to real estate and real estate investing. Buy a deal. You need a deal, not a house that you're buying full market value. Now, let's look at why you buying real estate in the first place. What is it that you're trying to do? Are you trying to purchase a property for you and your family? Are you trying to get in the investment space and you're trying to purchase a property as an investment? Because a lot of you guys, it's easy for me to tell you, yeah, if you got a chance to get 4 units, get 4 units instead of buying the house. That makes sense in theory, on paper, for a person that's an investor that understands real estate investment. Because when you buy these units, now you're an investor, right? With FHA, you're going to have to live in one of the units. So you're going to live in one of the units, you're going to rent the other 3 out. But for the other 3, you're a landlord. Have you ever been a landlord before? You know, it's like a major department store. If it breaks, you bought it. So you got something go wrong with a tenant unit, you got to fix it. Plumbing backed up in the middle of the night, you got to fix it. Roof got a leak, you got to fix it. Water heater go out, you got to fix it. Water bill, you got to pay it, right? So it's not going to just be a money grab. You know, you have to, on the investment side of, you have to really know your numbers, and you have to really know real estate investing. That's why I'm always telling you guys, get a mentor, get with somebody who actually does this, get with somebody you can talk to. Your first investment property walkthrough, pay. That's the easiest way to learn, to get good training. Pay somebody. Pay. Guys that are investing, they out here trying to do their thing too. They don't have time to babysit you and hold your hands. I mean, you know, you can call me anytime, and there's a whole lot of other good guys out here in real estate. And I'm going to go even further. There's a lot of good brothers out here in real estate that you can call, and they're more than happy to give you the information. They're more than happy to tell you what to do, what not to do. Me, I evaluate deals for people. I give my opinion based on experience, because I ain't just always did it right in real estate. I've made some horrendous mistakes, and you can make mistakes being a real estate investor that will just destroy the bottom line, that will bankrupt you quickly. You will go from a have-got to a have-not like that if you don't understand all the dynamics and all the moving parts of what's going on with the investment. So if you're not ready to take on being a landlord, being a property manager, repair things, you don't like to deal with people, you can't, that's not going to be your space, because when you buy 2 to 4 units, you can't go get a property management company. Property management company going to want at least 10 to 15 to 20% of the rent. That might be your profit. A lot of you guys out here don't buy deals, and you trust people that just tell you something and you believe what they're telling you, but you don't know how to verify the numbers. Like a person tell you, oh yeah, this place is a 4-unit building. Each unit rent for $1,000 a month. You look, oh, that's $4,000 a month. Oh man, my mortgage ain't but $1,800. I'm gonna pay the bills, the light, I'm gonna pay the water, I'm gonna pay the water bill and the trash. So that's gonna be like another $300 a month. So that's 21. So I'm gonna make $1,900 a month. Okay, that's a good deal, right? You go do the deal. You hire a property management company because you think, okay, I got a little room. I get them $400. I still clear me a cool $1,500 a month. Then the property management company tell you, well, these places only rent for $600 a month. Huh? So now your $4,000 went down to $2,400. You got a $2,400 income coming in. You got a $300 water and trash bill. So now you're at 21. You got a mortgage that's 18, right? So now you got 300 left. The property management company, they want $240 to manage it, to take the phone calls every month. You got $60. If everything goes perfect and nothing goes wrong, and this life happens. So to think that nothing's going to go wrong in the course of a year, a tenant move out. Well, that's $600 gone. 2 tenants move out. The income gone. Tenant move out. Left the place dirty. You got to go back in and spend money. Paint, carpet, refresh the place. Get a new tenant in. Every month that it sits unrented, you losing money. Mortgage still got to be paid. The lender is not going to listen to, well, hey man, they moved out and I'm working on it. As soon as I get back somebody in there, I know you're going to get a foreclosure notice so quick, right? Now, That's the thing about when you evaluate, do you want to, am I buying this for me and my family? Do me and my family need a house or start a home, right? Or am I ready to be a real estate investor? You're going to be a real estate investor, your first time investor, man, get you a mentor. Get you somebody that can give you all the facts and figures and pay them. Here's a good thing about paying. If you paying somebody to tell you something, teach you something, I bet you pay attention. I bet you listen. A lot of the times there's so many people out here that's giving up good knowledge, good information. There's a lot of people out here that's giving out bad knowledge, bad information, right? But I promise you, the knowledge that you pay for is the knowledge you're going to use. If it's free, it's too easy to discard. You don't put no value on it. Anything that you value, you'll pay for. And if you feel you're getting more than what you pay for, that's what makes it worth it. So get you a mentor. It don't have to be me. Hey, get who you comfortable with, but ask questions. Ask questions. If you got somebody that's telling you how to invest in real estate, do they have some real estate of their own? What do they invest in? What projects have they done that they can show you? You know, anybody can go to a 3-day, spend $1,500, $2,000 to go to a boot camp and come back and feel like they are the real estate guru. It don't happen like that in the real world, in real estate. Because even savvy professionals make mistakes too. I have done good and I have made some mistakes that, like how Monopoly game is, where you land on the wrong thing, say go to jail, go directly to jail. I haven't went to jail. I'm not going to do nothing to put myself in a position to go to jail, but I have had to start over. I have been up and then back down, got knocked back down to zero, making mistakes, not knowing, because how do you know what you don't know? You don't know until you get involved, until you start doing it, you know? And that's part of it. So deciding whether it's going to be a single family or units, that's going to be where you at mentally on your real estate journey. Where are you? Are you just starting out? You know, people see this thing about, oh, I want to flip. That's good. If you can get you a flip, that's cool. But understand something. The money that you make off the flip, that's a capital gain. The tax man want his cut. Please don't go spend that money. I made that mistake. Oh my God. Made $100,000 off of property one time. Went and spent the money doing all kind of other frivolous shit. I mean, stuff I shouldn't have done, and invested in other stuff. And then tax time came around, and my accountant tell me, all right, Gregory, we need a check for with that and some other, we need a check for $38,000. What? Yeah, Greg, what you do with the profit off of, you made $100, what you do with the profit? Oh man, I did it with Greg. You got your uncle, he want his money. Oh, see, ain't know what you don't know. Ain't no money fairy. Ain't no goose that lay golden eggs. Ain't no money tree. Because if it was a money tree, I'd be done pulled all of these off of it. If it was a goose that laid golden eggs, I would be feeding her X-Lex and have a chain to my table. You understand? That don't exist. So when it comes to that, you got to really understand where you at on your journey. And paying for mentors will get you so far ahead. Man, you don't want to make, because some mistakes can be financial suicide. I'm telling you. And you want to avoid those mistakes, right? Let's get back to the Q&A. Okay. All the questions I'm answering right now from the buyer side. Can I buy? Yeah. Should I buy? Yeah. How much now? We did that. Okay. Let's go to the seller side now. I get this a lot. Is it a good time to sell my home right now? Yes. Is it what it was 2-3 years ago? No. You're not finna get 30 people putting offer in on your property, and all of these offers are overpriced, all cash. We back in traditional real estate right now. Now, the seller's market, not a buyer's market. It's a traditional real estate market right now. That's what we're in right now. So now, yes, people are still buying houses. If your home is ready to sell, yes, sell it. Sell it. The next question is, what's the fastest way, quickest way to sell my house, and what's some of the things that I should do to make my house sell faster? Okay, number one, price your home right. Price the property right. Do not sell your house, list your home on the market for $1 million. If the homes in your area that are the same size, age-wise, bed and bath count, and they're selling for $850, do not price your house for $1 million. Don't look at your neighbor's house down the street and say, oh, they got $850 for that, but my house is nicer than theirs. Okay, they got a 1,600 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You got a 1,650 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You talking about your house bigger than theirs. I want $1 million. You're not gonna get it because they're going for the comps. And if they getting a loan, the house has to appraise. So the house has to appraise for the $850. Not gonna appraise for $1 million. If the house right down the street sold for $850 and it's the same size, that comp just killed your million, killed your dream. Your home is worth $1 million to you. Why? Because you have an emotional attachment to your home. You love your home. You raised your children in your home. You had your family holiday meals in your home. This is the place where you have your coffee, where your children play with their toys. This is your home, right? You have the emotional attachment. The buyer that's coming in and trying to get the best deal for the money. So you got to price it right, number one. Number two, your home needs to be ready to sell. First time the buyer pulls up, what does your house look like when they pull up? If the grass need cutting, if the bushes are tall, if there's track, that's horrible. You need some curb appeal. Where a person pulls up and they can imagine themselves coming home and parking here. You need some curb appeal. The grass needs to be cut. Maybe some plants, some trees, some flowers, something. But at the very least, nice, neat, clean, right? Inside the house, that's on the outside, curb appeal. Inside the house, when you walk in, on showings, there shouldn't be any clutter. You shouldn't have stuff just stacked all everywhere. People got to walk in a path to get around. No, get rid of all the clutter. Even if you got to go get a storage bin, get rid of all the clutter. If you get rid of clutter, it makes the house look bigger. Next thing, these colors. Guys, listen, I like colors too. My office is colorful, as you can see. Beige, I don't know what the hell this color is, but it's a Spanish coffee, we'll call it. Right? Beige color. But let the person come in and visualize colors and stuff. Paint, inside, when you get ready to sell, paint everything white. Paint all the walls white. Ceilings white. It makes the house look bigger. It makes it look bigger, I'm telling you, you paint it white, then they can picture what they're going to do, how they're going to do. No clutter, curb appeal, white, nice white, clean. You want clean. You want to go for clean. Anything broke, fix it. Any broken fixtures, fix it. Don't look at it like, well, they getting a deal. I ain't fixing nothing. Because they're gonna go walk through the house, and then it's gonna be like, oh, it's a nice, and their agent is gonna ask them, so you guys, what do you think about the house? Oh, we like it, but man, you got to get rid of them butts. You got to address the butts. And one thing that I suggest that every home seller do, please get a home inspection for your own good. Have a home inspection done so you know all the flaws that's in your home. That way you can have those flaws fixed, or you be willing to credit the buyer to fix these flaws because you know what's wrong with the home. Because the buyer who wants to buy your house, guess what? They got an inspection period. If you accept their offer, they got an inspection period. They're going to have it checked off, has the appraise, right? They're going to have that checked off. You can best believe that. Then they're going to want an inspection period, probably a 7-day inspection period. They're going to want a home inspector to come out. Once that home inspector comes out, he's going to go on top of the roof. He's going to go in the attic. He's going to go in the house. He's going to check the plumbing. He's going to check the electrical. He's going to check as much stuff as he can. He's going to look for water damage. He's going to look for rot. He's going to look for mold, everything, right? So if that home inspector comes back to that buyer and gives him a laundry list of all the stuff that's wrong with the pictures, then guess what? That agent is going to contact your agent and going to say, hey, we got the home inspection back. They're going to send you a copy of it. And then they're going to let you know the buyer is requested that these items be corrected. And some of those items, guys, if that buyer is buying that property FHA, you have to do it. You don't have no choice. FHA is not going to do the loan if you don't do that, right? So that's part of it. And you being a seller, get the home inspection. That way you know what's going on. Whatever needs to be fixed, you can fix, right? So you want to take care of your outside. Curb appeal. This is seller selling your home for fast. Price it right. Curb appeal. No clutter. Crisp and clean. White paint. All broken things fixed. Home inspection. Anything that needs to be addressed. Right? And then if you really want to sell it fast, offer some type of incentives. Like right now, the next question I was going to go to this, I'm going to tie both of these in together, right? The NAR ruling where the buyer has to have buyer representation and the buyer has to pay the buyer's agent. The buyer is responsible for the buyer's agent commission, right? So first and foremost, all commissions are negotiable on both sides, buyer and seller, right? But if you're a seller and you're willing to, let's say you was going to pay your buyer 4%, 2%, but you're willing to offer a 2% commission to the selling agent, you're going to get offers. Excuse me, guys. You're going to get offers probably quicker than a home that isn't offered any concessions. If you're not willing to help with the buyer's agent fee or pay closing, if you're willing to pay closing costs, all of those things help sell a property quick. They help sell a property quick. I remember a company in Los Angeles called First America. They were a real estate company, but they were investors also. They would buy homes and they would remodel the homes and they would put up a banner, 1% down, total. So all the buyer had to do was qualify for the loan because they wanted to do the loan. They wanted to be a one-stop shop. They wanted to do the loan, but they wanted the buyer to come in or they wanted to use a lender that they deal with. But the buyer was only going to have to come in with 1%. So if a home was $500,000, all the buyer had to have was $5,000. And they was going to pay everything else, all the fees. So, if you're willing to offer concessions, as I call them. You know, help with the closing costs, help with the buyer's fee, agent fee, stuff like that. Credit for some repairs if you don't want to make the repairs. You make the repairs, ain't no really credit for no repairs. But if you don't want to make the repairs, you're willing to credit for repairs, or you're willing to credit the buyer money. This is really big right now. If you're willing to credit the buyer X amount of dollars for a rate buy down, to buy their interest rate down so their payment would be a lot lower, right? Those things right there make a home sell fast. They make a home sell fast. So that's been our Q&A for today. If you guys have any other questions, please do not hesitate to email me, Gregory Dixon at alphaelitecapital.com, or DM me at Gregory Dixon Official. Hey, this is our YouTube video. This is our YouTube channel, Gregory Dixon Official, the go-to guy. We bring you videos every week. If you guys found this informative, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Tell a friend. And like I say, I'm here to help. Anything I can do to help you, any questions you got, anything you need to know, I can point you in the right direction. Hey, like I say all the time, when they ask me what you do, I say some of this, some of that. If I ain't got it, I can get it, or I can take you where it's at. So that's been our Q&A for the day. You guys tap in with me. See you next Thursday. We're going to do another video next Thursday at 5 p.m. Until then, you guys be safe. Peace.